In this video I am going to share note on Plato's theory of mimesis and Aristotle's defense. In the last part of this video we are going to practice most important MCQ on this topic. So let's start. Plato's theory of mimesis and Aristotle's defense. A details comparison between Plato and Aristotle. For Aristotle, art is the imitation of nature, but it is not slavish imitation as Plato's view, rather it is a creative imitation. Nature is dull and incomplete and ugly. It is an artist who turns dull nature into a golden color. He employs his creative faculty, imagination, and style of presentation to decorate the raw material of nature. In Poetics, Aristotle replied to the charge made by Plato on poetry that it's twice removed from reality. Plato's concept of mimesis. In his theory of mimesis, Plato says that all art is mimetic by nature, art is an imitation of life. He believed that idea is the ultimate reality. Art imitates ideas and so it is an imitation of reality. He gives an example of a carpenter and a chair. The idea of chair first came into the mind of a carpenter. He gave physical shape to his idea out of wood and created a chair. The painter imitated the chair of the carpenter in his picture chair. Thus, the painter's chair is twice removed from reality. Hence, he believed that art is twice removed from reality. He gives first importance to philosophy as philosophy deals with ideas whereas poetry deals with illusion, things which are twice removed from reality. So to Plato, philosophy is superior to poetry. Plato rejected poetry as it is mimetic in nature on moral and philosophical grounds. Aristotle's view on the concept of mimesis. Aristotle replied to the charge made by Plato. He agrees with Plato in calling poetry an imitation. He believes that there is natural pleasure in imitation, which is an inborn instinct of man. Aristotle don't invent the term imitation. Plato was the first to use the word in relation to poetry. But he doesn't agree with the view of Plato that poetry is twice removed from reality. Aristotle gives it a new meaning that poetry represents life. So poetic imitation is no longer considered mimicry, but it regarded as an act of imaginative creation by which the poet, drawing his material from the phenomenon world, makes something new out of it. Plato says that art is the imitation of the actual is removed from the truth. It only gives the likeness of a thing in concrete, and the likeness is always less than real. But Plato fails to explain that art also gives something more which is absent in the actual. The artist does not simply reflect reality in the manner of a mirror. Art cannot be a slavish imitation of reality. Literature is not the exact reproduction of life in all its totality. Plato again says that art is bad because it does not inspire virtue and does not teach morality. David Daches summarizes Aristotle's views in reply to Plato's charges in brief: tragedy, art gives new knowledge, yields aesthetic satisfaction and produces a better state of mind. While Plato equated poetry with painting, Aristotle equated it with music. The poet did not imitate the surface of things, but the reality set within. The mediums of the poet and the painter are different. One imitates through forms and color, and others through language, rhythm, and harmony. Thus poetry is more akin to music. According to Aristotle, poetry gives pleasure to the reader. He says that a historian merely records what has happened in the past, but a poet is a prophet as well. He can also say what may happen in the future, what is possible according to the law of probability. Aristotle says that the subject of poetic imitation is the man in action. The poet represents men as worse than they are. He can represent man better than in real life. Therefore, the difference in the imitation of these arts comes under three heads: their means, objective, and their manner. Let's begin to practice multiple choice questions based on these topics. All the questions' answers is given at last part of the video. Question number 1. According to Plato, art is dash removed from reality. Options are A. Once, B. Thrice, C. Twice. D. None of the above. Question number 2. According to Plato, art is highly and dash. Options are A. Imitation, mimesis. B. Superior. C. Inferior. D. Ugly. Question number 3. Plato says with the Republic dash are the ultimate reality. Options are A. Ideas. B. Poetry. C. Drama. D. Style. Question number 4. While Plato equated poetry with painting, Aristotle equated it with dash. Options are A. Music. B. Painting. C. Nature. D. Life. Question number 5. Who used the term mimesis for the first time? Options are A. Plato. B. Aristotle. C. Johnson. D. Longinus. Question number 6. In which book did Aristotle explain the idea of mimesis? Options are A. Poetics. B. Republic. C. Rhetoric. D. The Sublime. Question number 7. In which book did Plato explain the idea of mimesis? Options are A. Poetics. B. Republic. C. Rhetoric. D. The Sublime. Thanks for watching. To get answers and download PDF of this note, please join my Telegram channel link in the description section. Or you also can visit my blog link in the description. Please subscribe. Thanks for watching.